Hello there everyone, Ashnflash here, and welcome on into the LEGO Minifigures Series 23 Feel Guide. Today I'm going to be helping you guys, just suggesting what I would recommend feeling for inside of the bags to get the certain characters. There's actually chapters down below if you want to hop around. Let's say you're just going for the Holiday Elf. You can find that link down below and hop around there. As well as you can trust me, I actually did feel all 12 of these myself. I didn't make a mistake when I was feeling through all 12 of the bags. You could check out a video as well where I actually opened them all up, so you could trust me. We've done tons of feel guides before, so I know that it's very helpful for some of you guys, so I hope that this, helps you out. And if you're interested, I also have a video actually talking about my thoughts and a review of the series if you want to see, like, the second face prints and stuff like that, because everyone, pretty much, I think, in the series has one, so you should check out the review. I will link that here as well. But let's go ahead and let's get started. All right, so we're going to go in order here for the checklist. So for the Nutcracker, obviously the most obvious thing to feel for is this hair and hat piece. Now, in the bag, you don't necessarily know what you're feeling. There is some really large pieces like the reindeer hat and the wolf head. So I would suggest, for me personally, what I did was I went for the sword as well as the little nut piece there, because I don't think there's no other little 2x2 round tiles. Don't mistake it for the gingerbread cookie with the reindeer, but it is round versus the other one's a heart shape, and you will be able to feel this for sure. But yeah, that's really, I think the sword was what I confirmed it with. And here's the sugar fairy, and for me what I felt for was the wings. That's actually what I noticed first. There are a lot of other parts here, but then because you don't want to mix it up with, like, I don't know, the dragon, which also has wings, but for me it was the candy cane that I felt inside the bag. Now, of course, there are other things that could feel like that. I guess like the broom with the snowman. So you just got to be careful, but the little arch there is what I felt for. But you'll be able to feel like this, the tiara. But again, I don't want to recommend that because of the reindeer antlers. So there's a few things here, but even the skirt piece, no one else has something like that. So you can go for that as well. So funnily enough, like I was just saying, don't make up the broom and the candy cane. When I was feeling for the snowman, that's actually what I first felt for, and you could really feel the end of the broom there. However, next up, what I would say is going for that head. You could fit your finger actually there, but you don't want to mix up with the dome, so I'd recommend just confirming it here with the top hat if you weren't sure from stuff before, as well as the scarf piece is very unique. You probably can't feel for the carrot because it's really tiny. It's going to be moving around. There are two in the bag, but for me, it was the broom. And even when I was continuing, I kept finding the broom and I knew it was the snowman. So for the reindeer costume, I actually was finding the box because it is very unique without the lid there. Again, don't mix it up with, like, I guess the top of the head of the robot or something, but it's very unique in that shape, as well as the reindeer head. The antlers are actually removable, but you'll definitely feel that, but you don't want to mix it up with, like, the wolf or anything like that. What I actually did confirm it with was I went hunting for the little heart pieces, because you do get two of them in with each of the reindeer costume figures. So I actually found that, and I knew that's what it was. And here's the holiday elf. For me, I think it was the dome piece that I actually felt and realized what it was. But then, of course, you've got the hair there with the pigtails, and they are actually like a little rubbery and bendy. So you could actually feel for that inside the bag, but don't go for the short legs just because there is another female figure in the series already with short legs, so it's not like sometimes where there's only one figure with short legs, so can't go by that this time. Here is the cardboard robot, and for this, pretty obvious. You just feel for this ginormous piece. Like, it's huge, the size of this thing. It's pretty crazy. As well, though, if you're not sure, maybe, you want to make sure it's not the boat or something. I actually noticed the scissors, and you do get two of them inside the actual bag, so you'll definitely feel two of those scissors in there. They're pretty unique, I think, but you could also confirm it with this 2x2 tile. However, there is another one that does appear in the series, so don't go by just that. Here's the popcorn costume, and there's no accessory to feel for here. The only advice I can really give, because you're only feeling for one part, is just to make sure that you're not mistaking it for anything else. Like some of the sizes for it, like depending on how you grab it at the torso, you might feel the gap and think of maybe the boat, or I don't know. I'm just theorizing here. You just got to be careful with the other pieces, I guess. Not necessarily from this, because you're going to be able to feel like all the popcorn on the top, but just be careful. That's all. You don't want to make a simple mistake. Believe me, I learned that lesson a long time ago. Here is the wolf costume, and for this, definitely you could go for the headpiece, but there are a lot of other big headpieces in the series, so maybe don't go for that. What I actually was able to tell it with was the little piece, because this has been in multiple series before. I know what this feels like inside the bag, so it's very unique there, the handle part where minifigures are able to grab it, as well as though the tail. No other figure here has a tail quite like that. It is sort of bendy and rubbery, so you're definitely able to feel that inside of the bag. Here is the turkey costume, and for this, boy, well, it's very clear what you feel for. It is the giant turkey tail piece there. Like, there is no mistaking that. Even the little helmet piece here, I call it helmet because of stunts, but you've got like a bit of the beak sticking out, as well as the torso with the wings. You got the pumpkin. This is probably, I would say, maybe besides the boat, the captain, it's probably the most obvious to feel. And speaking of which, here is the Ferry Captain, and you could see what I was talking about before with just the size of this ship piece. Like, it's insane, this piece here. And as well, inside those little red pieces, those are little pegs. But yeah, there's no mistaking that inside of the bag. But if you weren't sure, I guess from that, you could also feel the hat. I think that's actually, when I grabbed the bag, that's what I first felt, was this slope there for the hat. And that's how you could tell. Here's the Knight of the Yellow Castle, and for me, this was the second figure I actually felt, and what I was able to know that it was the Knight was actually this piece here. It's just the regular sort of helmet piece, but again, it's so iconic, it's been used so many times, I've felt it in so many bags before, I was able to tell there. But also, you could go for the shield, but the other thing that you could do, and when I was feeling other things, I was like, what is that in the bag? Because I had no clue, was actually the chest plate here. It's sort of bendy, and you can really feel that inside of the bag there. See that there, how I can bend it? Just don't want to push too hard, you'll probably break it, but you'll definitely be able to feel that inside of the bag. And don't forget, this is also included if you're feeling like a horse head or something. And very lastly here, we have the Green Dragon costume, and for this, ton of things you could feel for. The giant piece for the head, I think, is what I definitely noticed, but even the wings, they're very unique. No one else has the wings like that. They're very pointy. You could feel these inside of the bag, as well as you've also got the tail, which, is it as rubbery as the raccoon? No, it's a hard plastic, so you won't be mistaking that either. Very unique. It's got all the spikes and stuff like that too, so very easy, I think, for this final figure. But anyways, everyone, that is my official field guide for LEGO Minifigures Series 23. Anyway, I love the series, and I think that it's quite an easy series, I think, to feel for. I was in and out of the store real quick, feeling through these. It wasn't very difficult, and also, if you are like finding a sealed box, I found a lot of times that they were all together. They've been doing that recently, like clumps of 3, so just keep that in mind. If you're, getting tired of feeling the same figure over and over again, just sort of hop around the box so that you can speed the process up a bit. That's what I did. But anyways, everyone, check out that review if you want to see the other stuff that I got on September the 1st. I've also got a haul video there. But I hope you guys did enjoy the video. Hope you all have a great day. We'll see you all in the next one.